was seated, you could look at her, she could also look at you.
La ayehlezi khona ke sikhuluma ngomama lo omhlophe ke manje ne wawukhona ukuthi umbheke naye akubheke.
Cha Nkosi Nkatho sasingabheka ngizobheka kanjani ngihlele ngiyibukela phansi mina ngine stress ukuthi angigeze mina ukuthi futhi ngilimele lapha ngivuvukela izandla.
No, my lord, how were we going to look at each other? As I was looking down, I was stressed about the fact that I hadn't taken a bath, that my hands were swollen.
Nanokuthi angifone ngifonela abasekhaya bangazi ukuthi ngikuphi ngoba seyihambele insuku June 16 until 24.
And also the fact that I couldn't make a phone call to inform my family as to my whereabouts, and the days had passed from the 16th of June and now it was on the 24th of June.
Sir, can you tell this court, do you have a scar on your right side on your forehead?
Lana kuwena ke esiphongo ne ku side noma kuhlangothi la ngakwesokudla unawo yini umakho nawo noma iscar onaso la ku side la ngakwesokudla la kuwena isiphongweni?
Sikhona Nkosi Nkatho.
Yes, there is, my lord.
How did you sustain that particular scar?
Kwenzeka kanjani ukuthi ube naso?
Angizazi mina ngilethe ngikhuleke ngina angizazi ngadliwa yena esimongweni mina.
I don't know, my lord. I grew up like this. I don't know what it is that injured me or hurt my forehead.
Okay, just on that point, how will the magistrate notice that you have a scar on your forehead on the right side if you were not in contact or looking at each other? Let me put it, not looking at each other.
Awuchazeke ukuthi kwakuzokwenzeka kanjani ukuthi manje ke iqapheleke noma ikubone lokho uma kuukuthi nani ngabhekene ukuthi akuboneke ukuthi la kuhlangothi la ngakwesokudla esiphongweni unescar onaso.
Nkosi Nkatho ngiyethemba noma ngajika ngibuke ngapha ngaseboxini abehlala ngakhona. Ngeke uhlala ungangiboni lento inkulu kakhulu le. Lento ayincane le. Inkulu kakhulu lesesimongweni le.
My lord, I believe that even if I were to turn and look towards the accused dog, you would be able to see that this is not a small scar, this is a big scar.
And then this is what she has to say regarding that particular scar in court. She said, scar healed right side forehead allegedly sustained when he was very young.
Yilokhu ke akubhalileke phansi ukuthi ke sipholileke uhlangothi la ngakwesokudla ke esiphongo futhi ke wathola ke esesemncane.
Uthi siphulile.
Indlela ayichaze ngayo ukuthi ke sipholile futhi kuhlangothi la ngakwesokudla esiphongo nokuthi futhi ke lokho kwatholakala wakuthola ke esemncane. Indlela abhale ngayo le.
Nkosi Nkatho yazi mina iyangimangaza serious. Iyangimangaza ngendlela efundeka ngayo la. Ngoba mina namanje Nkosi Nkatho lethe le ngeke ngikucacisela Nkosi Nkatho ngalimala nini kwakwenzakala eni.
It is amazing, or it amazes me the manner in which it is being written here, because myself, my lord, I cannot explain as to when this happened, the witness pointing to his forehead.
Ukuthi yena kwakubhalile ukuthathaphi angimazi ngangize futhi onayo azangaze ngibuze na Nkosi Nkatho.
As to where she got this that she wrote down here, I don't know, because she never even asked me.
So you're saying the magistrate was trying to mislead the court when she said you sustained this injury whilst you were still young?
Ingabokushoyo ukuthi imantshi yayikhohlisa lenkantolo umnkathi yayithi wawusemncane nkathi uthola lokulimala.
Nkosi Nkatho namanje ngiyasho Nkosi Nkatho ngithi kwamina angizazi Nkosi Nkatho ukuthi ngadliwa yini.
I'm still maintaining, my lord, that even myself, I don't know what it is that caused this.
The question is, was the magistrate misleading this court?
Umbuzo uthi ingaba imantshi lena yayikhohlisa lenkantolo yini nkathi ayisho kanjalo.
Wayengikhulumela iphutha Nkosi Nkatho mangazange ngibuze.
She was making a mistake, my lord, because she never asked me.
And then was she challenged on this?
Esekushilo ke lokho waphikiswa yini mayelana lokho? Mhlambe aphikise noma abuzwe mayelana lokho.
Angazi inkosi enkantolo ngoba ziningi izinto ezibuziwayo ezikhulunywa lapha phambi kwenkosi enkantolo angisakhumbuli.
I don't know, my lord. A lot of things were said or asked before this court. I cannot recall.
Kodwa ngoba ngikhona phambi kwenkosi enkantolo manje ngiyasho ukuthi mina la azange ngibuze nakwamina angizazi straight ngadliwa yini.
But now that I'm before this court, my lord, I can tell this court that even myself, I don't know what it is that caused this, my lord.
I put it to you then that what you are telling this court regarding that particular scar, it is new evidence and you are tailoring evidence. Mrs. Kronje was never challenged regarding this.
Mina ke ngikutshela kona ke manje ukuthi mayela nalolo daba lolo ke ukuthi lokho kushoyo ubufakazi obusha ukuthi uyabakha njena ke ubufakazi bakho ukuthi uMiss Kronje noma ke imantshi lena nkathi la enkantolo ayizange iphikiseke noma ibuzwe ngalokho akubhalile phansi ukuthi ebhala ngalesi sikali lesi.
Nkosi enkantolo mina ngisho ummeli wami baba uMgomezelo akazange angibuze la ukuthi ngadliwa yini. Ungibona nje kuphela ukuthi nginesibazi esimongana akazange angibuze nkosi enkantolo.
My lord, even my legal representative, Mr. Mgomezulu, never asked me. He only sees that I've got this scar, but he's never asked me, my lord, as to what happened.
Do you have any other scar?
Sikhona esinye unaso.
Kuphika mhlawumbe.
Where exactly?
On your face?
Ebusweni bakho?
Mina ibale ngalo nalo nkosi enkantolo leli. Leli la.
It's only this one, the witness pointing right on top above the nose, my lord. That's in between the eyes.
So it's 1, 2.
Yeah, but leli naleli ngilaziyo mina.
Yes, it's this one and this one that I know of, my lord.
And then the magistrate also noted that small above the left brow, both healed.
Iloko futhi na akubhalile ke umantshi ukuthi ke ileli ke encane nje ngaphezulu nje kweso leli ke noma kweshiya ke leli uthi omabili ke apholile. Iloko akubhale phansi. Noma aphola.
Angimazi nkosi enkantolo ukuthatha mina lokho akukhuluma nkosi enkantolo ngoba mina nase sami isibazi nase esinye lezi namanje angizazi ngadliwa yini ngeke nje ngiqambele enkantolo manje ngashawa umuntu ngazange ngamato engishaya ngisuka.
Yeah, I don't know where she got that from, my lord, but yes, indeed, the witness pointing the one in the middle and then pointing to his right side. But as to where I got these from, I don't know.
So will you say this is a person who was not in contact, direct contact with the magistrate?
Uzothuma ukushoka lokhu noma uchaza lokhu ukuthi ke kwangasiyena umuntu owayeqondene noma ebhekene nayo imantshi uma kuukuthi imantshi yabhala ngalendlela noma yabona lezinto ukuthi uzothi kwangasiyena umuntu lona owayebhekene nayo imantshi.
Ngiyathemba nkosi enkantolo mangihlele la ngoba ngihlele la ngihlele ngibhebhazi ngizoba nesikhathi sokuvuka ngibheke le phambili ngiphinde ngibheke phansi ngiphinde ngibukele angeke ngihlale ngibhebhazi lapha mina ngalivusa ikhanda iyakhathala phela intamo uma uyibhekise phansi.
I believe, my lord, that when I'm seated here and looking down, I won't be looking down all the time. There would be an occasion or times that I would lift my head, my lord, maybe look on the side because the neck will get tired by looking down all the time.
So why did you not give that answer when I ask you if you were making direct eye contact with the magistrate? You say that at some stage you look at her and you look down, you look on the sides.
Kube ngani ke ukuthi inkathi ke ngikubuza ukuthi nani bhekene yini nemantshi unganikezanga ngale mpendulo oqedwe unikeza manje ukuthi kwakuba nenkathi la engangiphakamisa khona ikhanda ngibuke eceleni ngiphinde ngibheke phansi futhi kungani kungashongo ngale ndlela kaqala.
Nkosi enkantolo ngiyathemba mangithi ngibhekile ngibheka so ukubheka lokho ngezwe njengoba ngibuka usisi ngibhekile so ngibhekile straight.
My Lord, I believe that when I say that I've got contact or I'm looking at you like this, the witness indicating, pointing towards the court register, that like this, now I'm looking at this lady, that it means in isiZulu.
Let's proceed. We'll argue that point later. The opponent's comments, my Lord, were on page 5 of 9 of Exhibit JJ. Your comment was both sustained as a small child when my grandmother tried to hit a chicken and the blow landed in my forehead.
Lana ke kukhona okwabhala imantshi noma ke okubhalwe yona ke imantshi. Uthi ke okushiwo ke noma ke okuphuma kuwena. Yebo, kokubili ke ngakuthola ke ngiseyingane encane kwakungenkathi ke ugogo ezama ke ukuthi ke ashaye inkukhu wase eshaya mina ke esiphongo.
Nkosi enkantolo okube mhlambe ubhalile ukuthi ugogo muphi bengasho ugogo mnozalo baba ngumazi.
My Lord, if there was specific mention of which grandmother, because my grandmother, my father's side, that is now my father's mother, I don't know her.
Ngoba nangokuhlakanipha kwami nangihlala ekhaya komama ngiqala nje ukuhlakanipha ngikhulele ekhaya komama ekhaya ngiyamanje manje ngisho 2003 mangaphosisi.
And as I grew up, my Lord, I grew up from my grandmother, that is now on my mother's side. Going to my father's side, I think if I'm not making a mistake, it started around 2003.
Let's proceed. And then she testified regarding this. What I just read to you, she spoke about it in this court.
Lokho ngiqeda ukufunda manje ngithi ke ikona kusho ke ekhuluma ngogogo ke yinto futhi ayikhulumile noma ayikhuluma khona la enkantolo. Usho ukuthi ke akuphelelanga nje ukuthi ekubhalile lana ke kodwa ke wakhuluma nangako la enkantolo.
Yebo.
Yes.
Did you hear that part?
Ingabe wakuzwa yini lokho? Uma kusho?
Angisakhumbule mina Nkosi enkantolo.
I can't recall, my Lord.
So you cannot recall when she was giving evidence here in court?
Awukhumbuli inkathi ethula ubufakazi bakhe la enkantolo?
Ngiyakhumbula Nkosi enkantolo ekhona la.
I recall her being here, my Lord.
But you don't recall this part of her testimony?
Kodwa le ndawo lena mayelana nobufakazi bakhe awuyikhumbuli yona.
Ngithi Nkosi enkantolo ngoba ngisuke ngihleli lapha nje ziningi izinto ezikhunya enkantolo imibuzo malokhu ibuziwe angeke ngifake zonke izinto engqondweni nami Nkosi enkantolo ngumuntu kuyangena kuyaphuma Nkosi enkantolo.
I am saying, my Lord, when evidence is being led here in court and I'm seated there are things that I would hear, certain things I wouldn't hear, my Lord. A lot of questions are being asked here in court. So it's not everything that I would then be able to grab, my Lord.
Was this document not read to you by your legal representatives?
Ummeli wakho akaza kufundele yini lokho? Konke nje sikhuluma ngayo yonke la maphepha la akaza kufundele yona.
Nkosi enkantolo namanje ngiyaphinda. Ngithi le ndoda le yayihleli lapha. Umlomo mayiwazi. Ukube mhlambe yafika ke police station ngabe ngiyatshela Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi hayi wakwafika. Ngoba ngisho ecourt eRustenburg azange ngaqonda le ndoda le until
not interfering. I think you're talking at cross purposes. Just explain which male you mean, because the way I understand you, you are referring to Mr. Ngomezu. And he is referring to another male.
Another mate, yes.
Umehlukeli uyamcela ke ukuthi aphinde ngoba uyabona ukuthi uyezwa ukuthi anizwani. Wena ukhuluma ngomunye ummeli, yena kumshushisa ukhuluma yena ngoba umngomezulu wena uthi akakuphindele nje umbuzo ngoba uyezwa ngempendulo nje yakho ukuthi cha. Akuseyiyona. Yes, angithi wena manje kuphendula ukhuluma ngomunye ummeli wena. Kodwa umbuzo lo obuzwayo ummeli wakho uMr Ngomezulu akakaza akufundele yini le phepha lamaphepha la akaza akufundele yini hayi lo ummeli okhuluma ngaye wena.
Ungifundelele baba Sipho Nkosi enkantolo.
Mr. Sipho read it to me, my Lord.
Mr. Ramosipile.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that story about the chicken and the blow was read to you?
Lokhu mayelana nenkukhu kanye nokushaywa noma ukushayiseka wakufundela nako futhi.
ngamtshela naye ukuthi iphutha leli likhulu.
I also informed him that that was a big mistake.
And then Mr. Mngomezulu, when he was cross-examining Mrs. Kronje,
Nkathi manje ke ubaba uMngomezulu esebuza ke manje imantshi imibuzo.
Yebo.
Yes.
did he read that document to you?
Wakufundela.
Efundela mina noma efundela imatshe.
Reading to the magistrate or
To
to
you.
me. Efundela wena.
Ngiyachaza phambi kwesenkantolo ukuthi la ngangifundela ubaba uSipho ngamchazela ukuthi lento enangiyazi lebhale lapha ngifuthi angidibani nayo ngiyazikhipha kuyo.
Just informed the court now, my lord, that this was read to me by Mr. Ramusipile, but I then said to him that no, I don't know about this. I'm distancing myself from this.
Okay. So I put it to you that it was not challenged.
Mina ngithi ke kuwena ke akaze abuzweke ngayo umantshi lento lokhu maloko kubhalwe lana. Akaze ke aphikiswe noma abuzwe ngako lokhu. Nkathi ela enkantolo ethula ubufakazi bakhe.
Angazi inkosi enkantolo ngoba mina inkosi enkantolo kunye ngibuya ngicela ukuthi uyikhumbule ukuthi ubaba uMngomezulu kuthe uma kuzofika umama lo akubanga isikhathi eside akaze ehlale phansi ngoba wafika vele umama esekhona lo so ngeke ngikwazi ukuphendula ubaba uMngomezulu ukuthi umbuzile noma akambuzanga.
My lord, what I would like to explain to the court is that it was not a long time after Mr. Mngomezulu had come on board, and when he came on board, and that's when the lady was seated here. So we didn't got in time or had a lot of time to engage.
Ngoba mhlambe ngangiliphethe iphepha le ngangizobuza kuba futhi bengitshela ukubhala ukuthini la bese ngikwazi ukuphakamisa isandla ngimtshela ngicela ukungibuzele lokho okubhalwe.
Because if I had the document in my possession and was able to see this, I would have asked my brothers to explain to me what does this mean. I would then have raised my hand and asked him to ask about this.
Let us proceed. On page 3 of Exhibit JJ, just above paragraph 5, it's written, do you have a legal representative? Do you wish to apply to the Legal Aid Board for assistance? And if so, do you wish to consult with him before making any statement to me? His answer was, Mr. Mjiako is my attorney.
Kunalo mbuzo obhaliwe la. Unaye yini ummeli noma unesifiso sokuthi ufakeke isicelo ku Legal Aid Board noma ke ummeli bombuso ukuthi ke uthole usizo uma kunjalo uyafisa ukuthi ukhulumisane nommeli loyo yini ngaphambi kokuthi wenze istatement kumina. Impendulo ke ithi uMr Mjiako ummeli wami.
Cha inkosi enkantolo ngiyayiphikisa.
No, my lord, I dispute this.
Why?
Ungani?
Angiyazi lento ebhala inkosi enkantolo futhi azange ngize ngibuzwe ngayo.
I don't know about this which is written here, my lord, and I was never asked about it.
Then you go back to your earlier answers. Version that was put in this court that there was no legal representative. It is now aligned with that answer.
Uma sibuyela futhi ke kwimpendulo zakho inikezile ngaphambilini ke kuloko okwashiwo kushiwo ummeli wakho kuyena ufakazi ukuthi kwakungenammeli manje lokho ke kuyahlangana ke naloko ukuthi cha wawungenayo ummeli.
Inkosi enkantolo ngiyethemba lapha sengikhuluma kanenge ukuthi umuntu mayengena ehlala lapha nangalesi sikhathi ngicela into zokugeza kwafanele amtshele umama omlungu lokuthi no uma ukuthi wayezongimela serious ukuthi sacela ukukhuluma nalo muntu lo.
My lord, I think I've said this many times that a person comes in, the person then sits over there, and then now even at the time where if it was indeed that he was there to represent me, then he would have surely said to this lady, can you please then afford me an opportunity to speak to this person?
Let us proceed. You met this gentleman outside outside room 2. You had a conversation. You even asked him who sent you here.
Lo mlisa lona ke wahlangana naye ngaphambilini kokuthi ningene ngaphakathi ke kulelo office leli. Ushilo ke nawe ufakazi bakho ukuthi ke wakhulumisana naye wambuza ukuthi uthunyelwe ubani la.
Nkosi enkantolo angimbuzanga mina ngoyewatshena mina.
My Lord, I did not ask him. He's the one who told me.
Mayezothena sawubona ndoda ngizokube ngithunywe ifamily bese ngimbuza mina ukuthi ubani umuntu okuthumile.
Well, he's the one who greeted me. Greetings, gentlemen, sir. I've been sent by your family. I then inquired from him, who sent you?
Mangithi veza ifoni yakho ngibona amanamba kamama nakasisi nakabhuti ngiyawazi ngekhanda namanje.
I then requested him to show me his phone so as to see the numbers, because my brother, my sister, as well as my mother's numbers, I know them out of my head, my Lord.
Impendulo yathi ayisobuya sikhulume lokho angena wayihlalela phansi.
The answer was, we will speak about that later. He then went in and he sat down.
Were you seeing Mr. Mjiako for the first time on the 24th of June 2020?
Ngey 24 zika June 2020 kwakuyihlandla lokuqala yini ubonana naye uMjiyako?
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo ilanga lokuqala.
Yes, my Lord, it was the first time.
Evidence led by Brigadier Gininda in this court that on the 23rd, I've already put this question to you, that he received a call regarding Mr. Mjiako at Muot police station.
Bese ngikushilo ke noma ngikufundeleke lokhu ngaphambilini ukuthi ke ubufakazi bakhe uBrigadier Gininda buthi ngey 23 zika June wathola ucingo ebizwa khona ke police station yaseMoti.
Namanje Nkosi enkantolo ngishilo ukuthi akulona iqiniso leli iphutha elikhulu kabi.
For that is said, my Lord, that's not true. That's a big mistake.
And as a result, Mr. Mjiako handed this particular document to...
Sorry, my Lord, the witness is just whispering. He's correct me on something. I said it's a mistake. He says in isiZulu, iputa refers to lies. But he said it to me whispering. So I'm just correcting that. That's what he's saying. Okay.
So you're saying it's lies?
That's what he's saying, yes.
And a person that makes a lie is a liar?
Umuntu ke oqamba ukuthi asithi umuntu enze iphutha ukuthi lo muntu lo umuntu onamanga.
Mangithi uyangiphosesela iphutha ngikhuluma manga ngezulu.
In isiZulu it means that you are telling lies.
So ngihloniphisa kahle mangithi ayi ngikhulumela iphutha.
I'm saying it in a respectable way.
I think you must refrain from using lies and liar because you won't appreciate when it's being directed to you.
Ngizothi kuwena ke kuzofanele ke ukuthi ke ukugwemeke ukuthi ke usebenzise lawo magama ngoba ngeke uthande uma mina ke sengiwasa kuwena ke lawo magama lawo.
Phambi kwenkosi enkantolo ngiyasho namanje ngithi inkosi enkantolo yiphutha akulona iqiniso.
Because I am saying before this court, my Lord, that it is a mistake. It's not the truth. Because you don't address an elderly person like that and saying that you are lying, you are telling lies.
I was correcting you. Let's move on. So this is the document that was handed to Brigadier Gininda. You can have a look. It's exhibit why, my Lord?
As the court, Lord. My Lord, we are going to this exhibit that is being handed to the witness. It does not have a date stamp of the 23rd of June 2020 when it was allegedly handed over to Gininda by Mjiako. Furthermore, my Lord, we have time and time asked from the state that we seek records pertaining to that meeting, the OB entries that show from Moat Police Station that on the 23rd, the witness was removed from the cells, booked out for a consultation with a lawyer. We are now sitting here today. That record has never been produced. The records that were finished to us were for the 22nd, the 23rd is missing, and we've got records for the 24th. So this document is meaningless. The witness cannot comment on that document.
Yes, Mr.
Yes, the court, please. My Lord, I'm merely confronting him on the evidence of Brigadier Gininda. If he cannot comment, he cannot comment.
Is it Gininda who handed that document to this court?
Indeed so, my lord.
Yeah, you may proceed.
Lana ke uPrikadiye Gininda uthi ke ngalo lelo langa i-23 zika June uma ke efonela ke etshelwa ukuthi nangumji yakho ula ufisa ukuthi akhulumisane nawe waseya khona ke uthi ilona ke iphepha leli alinikezwa uyena ke umji yakho lapha ke kubhaliwe liyisiqinisekiso leli phepha ke buya ke kwisigunguke esiphethe noma ke abameli abangaphansi kwaso uthi ilona iphepha leli alinikezwa umji yakho ngalelo langa.
Nkosi enkantolo ngiyalibona iphepha la Nkosi enkantolo iphutha leli namanje ngiyasho nje lo muntu lo mnakaze afike ePolice Station wayetshene ubani ukuthi ngiboshiwe.
My lord, I see the document and on the previous explanation, my lord, I'm going to use the word as the witness said it, corrected me. That is a lie, my lord, because this person didn't come to see me at the police station.
Phela Nkosi enkantolo kube serious kwakuyilawyer le ayithi ithunywe ifemele. Ngabe namanje into zokugeza azange ngaze ngageza ngoJuly ngaphina ngathola into zokuphahla zokugqoka ngoJuly 13.
If this was a lawyer, my lord, properly so, and he had been sent by my family, then it would not have happened that I only would get to bath in July and as well as having to change my clothes in July.
And then Brigadier Gininda testified in this court that you, out of your own will, introduced Mr. Mjiako to him.
Bethulile ke ubufakazi bakhe kuyona lenkantolo noma phambi kwayo lenkantolo uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi kwaba wena kwaba ukuthanda kwakho kwaphuma kuwena ukuthi kube wena owethula umjiyako kuyena Gininda.
Nkosi enkantolo iphutha la ngangambuza kanjani eBosberg ukuthi lapha ngile kumeje bengaqala ngambuza kodwa umbani okutshena ukuthumela wathi uthunywe ifela ngangambuza kanjani imibuzo enjalo.
My lord, that is a lie, because how would I have then posed the questions or asked him the questions in Boksburg as to who sent you here?
Namanje Nkosi enkantolo encwadi la ngithi iphutha elikhulu kaphambi Nkosi enkantolo.
Even this document, my lord, I'm saying that this is a big lie before this court.
And as a result, the Legal Practice Council confirmed in Exhibit YY1 that indeed Mr. Dominic Tokozo Mjiako is an attorney and also converted at some stage in 2021 to be an advocate through this document.
Khona ke yona ke lena bayachaza ke noma ke
document.
Lana ke isigungu esiphethe ke abameli ukuthi ngempela ke bayavuma ke ukuthi ke uMr Mjiako uyena ummeli kwase kuthi ke ngayo u2021 yila asemanje ke asengasiyena ke ummeli waba yiadvocate.
Nkosi enkantolo manje ngisabuza mina ngisasiphendula ukuthi wayethunywe ubani ayemtshelela ukuthi mina ngisejele ngiboshiwe ngoba mina umama mdala kakhulu Nkosi enkantolo.
I am still asking myself, my lord, as to who sent him and who informed him that I was in prison or that I had been incarcerated, because my mother is very old.
Ukuthi uyilawyer akasesiyonelwa mina ngixhuma ndawo naye.
That he is a lawyer, he is no longer a lawyer, that is none of my business, my lord.
Where would Brigadier Gininda have obtained that Exhibit YY?
Sorry, my lord, that calls for speculation.
I believe it's a fair question, my lord. If you can comment, you cannot comment, and then we go on. Gininda testified that he was given.
Just for evidential purposes, that document which you say is confirmation from the legal authorities, was it presented by Mjiako in this court? It's not Mjiako. Gininda in this court.
Exhibit YY was presented by Gininda in this court.
Yeah, fine. So you can continue with it because that's his evidence. Whether it's true or lies, we can argue at the end of the case.
Answer the court, please.
Can you repeat?
Where will have Gininda gotten that letter?
Akubeke manje uBrigadier Gininda iletha lena noma ke iphepha leli walithola kuphi?
Angimazi Nkosi enkantolo mina.
I don't know, my lord.
On page 1 of Exhibit JJ, the magistrate said you were assisted by Mr. Dominic Ntokozo Mjiyaku. I want to highlight this in brackets, on request and insistence of Mr. Ntanzi.
Lana ke imantshi ibhalile lana ke ku page 1 ukuthi ke elekelelwa umnumzana uDominic Ntokozo Mjiyaku. Kwase kuyabhalwa futhi ke ngaso isicelo sakhe umnumzana uNtanzi noma ngokwesicelo sika umnumzana uNtanzi.
Just let's also
Okay.
There's nowhere where I see on request of Mr. Ntanzi. The document that I have does not say Mr. Ntanzi. It's M-Ntanzi.
What does it say?
It says M-Ntanzi.
Does it say on request of, or does it just say MJ Ntanzi?
It says on request of M-Ntanzi.
Yeah, so that's how you must put it, because he
Yes.
is saying
It says Mr.
Mr. Yeah.
Yes, but the document says M-Ntanzi.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Mr. Sibanda, just put the correct citation.
can I get the original? With my It says on request and request on an insistence of M, and then there's dash, I don't know, something was written there, Ntanzi, close brackets.
Yes, okay.
That's what is written there.
Uphikiswana ke manje ngokuthi lana kubhalwe ke uMr Ntanzi ngendlela ababona ngayo baphikisana ke la ukuthi akusiyena uR lo ukuthi ke kubhalwe uM kwase kubhalwa Ntanzi. Asikhohlwe ke ngoMr Ntanzi kuthiwa ke ngesicelo sakhe ngesicelo kanye futhi ke nangokusho kwakhe uM kwase kubhalwa Ntanzi. I dispute what is being written, what is written here, my lord.
Let's proceed. On the very same page, magistrate noted that you were wearing a blue medical face mask.
Okunye futhi akubhala ke umantshi noma imantshi yakubhala ke la ukuthi wawufake imask eblue.
Kosenkantolo lo mask namanje usekhona lapha emaseleni ejele ke eplastic neempahleni zami umnyama kosenkantolo.
I still have that mask in the plastic amongst my clothes, my lord, in prison. It's black.
I heard that fact that you're wearing a black mask when my colleague Mr. Ramosipilo was leading your evidence in chief.
Lobo bufakazi lobo bokuthi wafake ke imask emnyama ngibizwe nkathi ke uMr. Ramusipile kuyena ke ebe ngamaka eholo ubufakazi bakho.
Bengiphendula inkulumo kosenkantolo bebengibuza ngathi nakaze ngifake umask obhu ngangifaka umask omnyama.
I was answering to what I was being asked, my lord, that I never put on a blue mask. It was a black mask.
The magistrate testified about this blue medical face mask.
Imantshi yona ke yebethula ke ubufakazi bayo ke mayelana nale mask yena ke athi yayi blue.
Manje mina kosenkantolo ngiyakuphikisa lokho ngithi akulona iqiniso.
I'm disputing it, my lord. I'm saying it's not true.
And then you're disputing it for the first time today.
Ukokuqala ke namuhla ukuthi ukuphikisa.
Nalapho ummeli wami engibuza ngangishilo ukuthi mangigqoka umask omnyama kosenkantolo.
When I was asked by my lawyer, I did say that I was wearing a black mask, my lord.
Was that fact put to Ms. Kronje?
Kuyena ke uMiss Kronje angithi yena la ubhale imask blue wena uthi wawumnyama. Ngathi ke ela enkantolo kwashiwo kuyena ukuthi cha le mask engekho blue yayimnyama. Kwashiwo kuyena.
Ngiyethemba kosenkantolo ngithemba mina lapha ngangihleli khona lapha ziningi izinto ezikhulunywa enkantolo. ngeke ngene konke lapha engqondweni nami ukuthi ubuziva babuzwanga ngeke ngikwazi ukuphendula lo mpendulo Nkosi enkantolo.
I did indicate, my lord, that while seated there, a lot of things are being said and asked here in court, and it's not everything that I would be able to record in my mind, my lord. I cannot tell as to whether she was asked or not.
Even when she read this document, she placed it on record.
Nangenkathi futhi ke yona ke imanje yayila enkantolo yothula ubufakazi bayo ke wakufunda lokho wayifunda lento ihlezi la kulesi situlo kule nkantolo.
Yebo ngiyezwa Nkosi enkantolo.
I hear, my lord.
She also said that on that day wearing a long sleeve navy blue, in brackets light blue, front top, close brackets, and then she said it had Impala emblem.
Okunye futhi akubhalile ke lana ukuthi ke wawufake i-top enemikhono emide navy blue ayibiza ngokuthi ke ifront i-top yangaphambili noma ke ifront top kwabhala futhi ke ukuthi yayine nalokhu kwe-impala noma ke emblem ye-impala eyayinayo.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo ngithi vele ibhalo iyabonakala la noma ngama lapha uyangibona ngimhle njengalo yabhudo ehlala ukuthi hayi ibhalo inesithombe sakhona vele impala la.
Yes, my lord, it's written, it's there. Even if I were to be seated where the gentleman is seated over there, one would be able to see it. Even has a photo of the of an impala here.
So do you agree with me that she is very observant?
Uzovumelana ke nami ukuthi ke umuntu obhekisisayo, oqaphelayo.
Yena noma mina.
Khulunywa ngaye yena imanje le.
Angimazi azangimhlole lo nto leyo.
I don't know. I never checked or examined there for that.
And then she wrote every detail.
Futhi ke wabhala imininingwane yonke.
Yami.
About me or mine?
Yes.
Eh, kufanele ayibhala ngithi uphethe ID.
Yes, she had to write them because she had my ID.
But the Impala emblem is not on your ID, sir.
Kodwa ke lokho kwe-impala kona akukho kwi-ID yakho.
Nkosi enkantolo mangimila uhleli lapha ngeke uhlale ungangiboni ukuthi ibhalo ukuthini le inekhanda leimpala ibhalo ukuthi impala mayene onke ama-jacket enkampani abhaliwe la lana enginawo mina Nkosi enkantolo.
My lord, if I'm standing here, you are seated over there, there's no way that you would miss this. The impala head is here, it is written. All the company jackets, my lord, do have that.
And she also wrote tracksuit jacket, blue denim.
Waqhubeka ke wabhala i-jacket ke ye-tracksuit kanye futhi ke ne-denim noma ke i-jean e-blue.
Angithi uyangibona Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, because she could see me.
Good. She also said both hands carved in front of him.
Wasesho futhi ke nokuthi ke izandla zoyimbili ke ifakwe ozankosi noma zilanga phambili kuyena.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
And then dash calves loose.
Nokuthi ke ozankosi babengaboshiwe noma bengafasiwe. Noma amakhafu
Bangaqinisiwe. Not
kusho ukuthi
tightened.
noma amagama wangaboshiwe amakhafu noma ozankosi lapho.
Babe khona la ke.
Yes. Bengaqinisiwe kwena babe loose.
Ukuthi ubalose mhlawumbe bengaphuma la esandleni.
That they were so loose that they could even be removed from the hand, from the hands.
Ngoba into elusi ngayikhipha lapha esandleni.
Because if something is loose, it's something that I can remove from the hand.
Then they won't serve any purpose if you can remove them. They were loose enough to be on your hands.
Amagama ke uma besho kanjalo kusho ukuthi ke ngendlela babeboshwe ngayo babengaqinisiwe izandla zakho manje ukuthi ayikwazi ukuthi izandla zakho zingamove babe loose la kuwena ezandleni ukuthi babe zingaqinisiwe ozankosi lapho yebo babeboshiwe kodwa ke babengaqinisiwe.
Angazi Nkosi enkantolo makaze angitshene umuntu angibadrayise kube mhlawumbe wantshenta ngibadrayise mhlawumbe ngabe ngiyavuma ngithi hayi kwakunjalo akaze angitshene lo nto leyo.
I don't know, my lord, because she had never requested me or said to me that I should move them. If she had, maybe then I would have been able to to comment on that.
Ngoba naphansi ngangifasiwe ngama-chain la mara kodwa lento akayibhali lento lo ubhala lokho yena wayekubona uma ngangivela kuwe kuwafu wakhe.
Because I also had leg irons on, but she didn't write that. She only wrote that which she could see.
That is very interesting. I'm hearing this for the first time.
Ngiyaqala ukuzwa ke lokho manje.
Even when Mr. Ramusipile assisted you with the evidence in chief.
Nangenkathi ummeli wakho ke kuyena ke bekulekelela ngobufakazi bakho ke noma ubuqala ukwethula ubufakazi kuummeli wakho omenge inyawo.
Mina Nkosi enkantolo ngishithi ngangifasile ayikho indlela engangihamba Nkosi enkantolo ngingafasiwe enyaweni mina.
I did say it, my lord, that I had leg irons on. There was never where I had gone to or traveled where I wasn't in leg irons.
Asikho isibosho ngabe ibhadi ngenhla uhambe lapho ungafasiwe wehlisa wenyusa ungafasiwe enyaweni. Hayi.
There is no prisoner. It would just be pure bad luck, my lord, that a prisoner would just go around without leg irons.
Do you recall telling this court that you were also on leg irons on the 8th and the 9th of February 2024?
Uyayikhumbula yini utshela lenkantolo ukuthi nge-8 and 9?
And 8 and 9, yes.
Nge-8 nange-9 zika February kuwana lo nyaka lo ukuthi wawufasiwe enyaweni.
Azange ngitshela Nkosi enkantolo kodwa nge-18 ngangafasi kusukela nge-19 ngangifasela mina la.
Do not recall telling this court, but on the 18th I did not have leg irons. Sorry?
Nge-19 ngangifasiwe la kusukela nge-19 ngangiqala ukufasela nge-18 ngangafasiwe.
Bengisasho lokho kwangivima. On the 18th I did not have them on, my lord. It's only started on the 19th.
I'm talking about 8 last week, Thursday and Friday, when you gave your evidence in chief.
Uthi ke yena ke ukhuluma nge-8 nange-9 kuleviki endlule ngolesine nangolesihlanu kathi wawuthula ubufakazi bakho la. Hayi nge-18 ne-19 khuluma nge-8 nange-9 sikhuluma ngeviki endlule.
Ngiyethemba la phambi Nkosi enkantolo mina ngangiholwa ngummeli wami lokho ayengibuza khona ngangiphendula khona.
I believe, my lord, that I was being led by my legal representative. I was answering to that which I was being asked.
And then at the end, Mr. Ramusipile stood up and said, any other thing you want to add?
Ekugcineni ke wase ummeli wakho uyasukuma ke wakubuza ke ngabe khona yini ofisa ukuthi ukusho noma ukwengeze kuloko osokushilo.
Wangibuza Nkosi enkantolo nami ngumuntu Nkosi enkantolo mhlisi ngicela icabange lonto la njengoba naye umuntu ephefumula.
He did ask me, my lord, but I would like to request or to ask the state to also consider that I am a human being, a breed, just like him, my lord.
So this fact, this lie that you're saying, oh, my apologies, not lie, this omission by Magistrate Kronje that you were also on leg irons on that day, it was not important for you just to forget because it's central to this process that we are doing.
Manje ke lokhu kokuthi ke wakushiyelela ke noma ke akuzange kufakwe ke noma ukusho kuyena kuyona imantshi ngaleli langa ke ukuthi nala einyaweni wawungafasiwe noma wawungabotshi nala einyaweni nazo wawuboshiwe futhi nako ukuthi nje ukuthi kwaba kwenzeka kanjani ukuthi nako ngoba ke nako kusemqoka kakhulu kuloko esikwenzayo namuhla lana.
Akazange ngibuze Nkosi enkantolo ngwane egama lami akazange ngibuze uzongibuza kanjani into ephethe ID la phambi kwakhe Nkosi enkantolo.
She never asked me, my lord, because she never even asked me my name. How was she going to do that when she had my identity document in front of her?
Ngoba usisi kuphela wathi buka igama lakho uthilo le ngathi yebo yilo.
Because it's only the lady who said to me, look, is this your name? I then confirmed and said, yes, it is.
So now you are changing from your previous answer.
Usuyashintsha manje kuloko obukushilo ngaphambilini.
That you are a human being, you forget as well. When, you might also have forgotten when Mr. Ramusipile was leading you. Now you have another explanation for that.
Okokuthi ke nawe umuntu uyakhohlwa kusengenzeka ke ukuthi ke wakhohlwa ke kuyena uMr. Ramusipile manje usuyashintsha usho kunye.
Angisezwa kanjani Nkosi enkantolo.
Now I don't understand how.
Let us proceed. She, at the bottom of that page 1, she said Sergeant V. Mokhane, accompanied by heavily armed Metro Police officials, of which most members left when asked for their appointment certificates. 2 remained outside office door. C copies of 2 remained A to C.
Qhubekekile ke wabhala wathi ke uSergeant V Mokhane ephelekezelwa ke amaphoyisa ke ahloma impela emetro abaningi noma ke amaningi awo athe ahamba nkathi esecelwa ukuthi ke akatshengise aveze khona lamaphepha la atshengisayo ukuthi ke bawobani baqashwe ku basebenza kuphi abaningi babo uma becelwa ke ko lawo ma certificate lawo babe sebeyahamba ke kwasala ababili bona ke abe mangaphandle ke kwesitafu noma komnyango ke babe mingaphandle bona laba ababili abasala yilokho kwabhalwa imanje la.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo ngiyabona kodwa ngeke ngikwazi ukuphendula ngoba ngangezwe ukuthi kukhulunywa ngani isilungu angisazi.
Yes, my lord, I see it, but I cannot respond to it because I did not hear what was being spoken about because I do not understand English.
I put it to you that as we go along, you are fabricating a story.
Mina ke ngizothi kuwena ke ngiyakutshela ukuthi ke nanje ngoba siloko siqhubeka njalo nje yila wena khona ke ubufakazi bakho ke ubulungiselela khona ke noma ubakhela khona. Siyaqhubeka thina ke ubufakazi bakho uyabulungisa nanje ngoba siqhubeka nje.
And I further put it to you, if indeed you were on leg irons and the magistrate ignored it, she will not have made this note that you are accompanied by heavily armed Metro Police officials.
Uma kuukuthi nasenyaweni futhi ke nakhona ke waboshiwe noma ufasiwe nasenyaweni imantshi futhi ke yayinge futhi yakubona ke ukuthi yakubona lokho yayingeke ibhale lokho ekubhalileke khona la enzansi ukuthi ke umkhane wayehamba namaphoyisa ayehlomile.
Ngiyacabanga Nkosi enkantolo ukubhalela akubhala ngamina. Nkosi enkantolo ngangiphendule lento lengayazi. Angithi lento lesenyaweni ayibonakala njengephoyisa lapho. Lento ngifase enyaweni lento le. Akusinto ehambe njengoba usohamba umuntu Nkosi enkantolo.
My lord, I see it, but I don't know. I cannot respond to this because I'm not the one who wrote this. But with regards to me having leg irons, it's not something that is visible to a police officer that is over there, my lord.
That's very interesting. So she could not have seen those leg irons. Is that what you are saying?
Oh, ngabokushoyo ukuthi ke makukuthi ke wafasiwe lapha enyaweni yena ke wayengakuboni lokho.
Nazi necathula kayibhalanga Nkosi enkantolo nje.
She did not even write the shoes.
Let us proceed. Let us move to the interpreter now. Are you telling this court all that she did on the date in question was to offer you a seat, ask you about your name?
Asiye manje ke kuTolika. Okutshela lenkantolo ukuthi okwenziwa uTolika ngalela langa nje ukuthi akubuze ngegama lakho ukuthi awusho igama lakho leli nokuthi athi kuwena hlala phansi lokho kuphela akwenza yena ngalela langa uTolika.
Nkosi enkantolo manje ngithi nomethi umuntu ubuka uthile negama lakho lelo ngihlala asethi hlala la ikhona Nkosi enkantolo nokuthi mina ngimtshela ukuthi sisi ngicela ungisiza ngicela ungiphe into zogeza nokufona yona impendulo yami namanje Nkosi enkantolo ngiyema lapho.
I'm still saying, I'm maintaining, my lord, that when a person says to you, look, is this your name? And then I look at it, my lord, and then the person tells you to sit down, and then I make a request and that, can you please assist me so that I can get some toiletries? And then that was, I'm standing there, my lord, that was my answer.
Okay, let's park the issue of the interpreter and get back to this very important aspect. She said, the magistrate, no visible marks on face or hands. I do not want to report any medical conditions or injuries, except had a heart problem, and then having taken a bath since 16 June 2020.
Kubhaliwe ke asike sime nje udaba ke uKatolika sibuyele ke kuloko okubhalwe yena esibhalwe yona imanje lana ukuthi ke akunama mark abonakalayo ke noma ukulimala okubonakalayo ebusweni noma ke ezandleni. Akukho engifisa ukuthi ngikusho noma ngikuchazeke ngesimo sami sezempilo noma ke ukulimala ngaphandle nje kokusho noma ukuchaza ke mayelana nenkinga noma ke udaba lwenhliziyo ankaze ngeze ukusukela ngazo i-16 zika June 2020 ikona ke ukubhalwe la.
Nkosi enkantolo namanje mina ngiyasho phambi Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi ngathi ngicela into zokugeza nokufona ngakusho lokho ngimcela mina akazange ngibuze yena lokho ukuthi ngiyagulela manje phambi Nkosi enkantolo namanje ngisafuna ukwazi ukuthi kuphuma nami Nkosi enkantolo ngalanda udoctor lapha njengamanje kuthiwa kangifaka emshini angafika etsheni Nkosi enkantolo iqiniso ukuthi lo muntu akaguli.
My Lord, with regards to me having made a request about toiletries as well as making a call, my Lord, that I still maintain before this court that it was my request. She never asked me, I requested for it. The issue of me being sick, my Lord, I still want to know where this comes from. Even if this court was to summon a doctor to come and examine me, the doctor will tell the court the truth that this person is not sick.
Nkosi enkantolo okunye mina ngisebenza umgodi Nkosi enkantolo. Umgodi uyashisa Nkosi enkantolo. Ngeke ngibuye emgodini kuthiwa ngiyagula Nkosi enkantolo. Umgodi uyashisa. Nangalesi sikhathi engishayisa ngaso, ngalesi sikhathi engena ngaso.
My Lord, I work in the mine and it is hot in the mine. There is no way that I can go there, my Lord. Even the time I go in and as well as I knock off, it is hot there. There is no way that I can go in there, my Lord, and be able to come back because it's hot down there.
So we're only in agreement regarding the issue of the bath.
Into esivumelana ngayo lana iyodwa kuphela ilena yokuthi awukazi ugeze iyona kuphela oyivumayo.
Namanje Nkosi enkantolo ngimngalela ukuthi Nkosi enkantolo yimi engamtshela akangibuzanga yimi ngathi sisicela ngipito zokugeza.
Even now, my Lord, I am still maintaining that one, that I'm the one who made that request. She's not the one who asked me and said, lady, can you assist me with regards to a phone call as well as toiletries?
Did she then translate it back to the magistrate?
Uma ususho wena ke kusisi ingabe usisi wangidlulisa yini ekutolikela yona imantshi?
Angiyazi ukuthi ayibheka kanjani isilungu ngisizwa.
I don't know how was it conveyed because I do not understand English.
Was it that process of translation as Mr. Jonas is doing done on that day?
Ngalendlela uJonas njengoba eduze kwakho njena enza ngayo kwenzi naye wayenza ngaleyo ndlela usisi.
Wenza mana ushuthi ngamtshela ukuthi wamtshela ngayo language engayizwa ngithi mina ngizosho.
She did it, I would say so that because she would then convey it in a language that I did not understand.
And then was he conveying anything from the magistrate to you?
Kukhona yini okwakukhulunywa umama lona omhlopheke abese usisi yena ke engidlulisela kuwena?
Nkosi enkantolo ngiyaphinda futhi ngithi wathi usisi mina ngiboka igama la ngikhumbuli kube nepito ngoba umama lo wayecofela laptop yakhe abhalabhala ngimbone beyakhuluma nomama lo womlungu ayenaye ngapha eceleni.
I repeat, my Lord, that the only thing that happened was she asked me to look at the name, to confirm the name. I then did that. I don't remember there being any exchanges because the white lady was busy on her laptop and at times she would then speak to the other white lady.
So you're saying she was also discussing with the white lady while she was busy with this process?
Ngaso sonke isikhathi enza kona lokho waye ngaleso sikhathi leso wayephinde futhi akhulume nalo yamama umhlophe wayeme khona lapha ya.
Namanje ngisho njalo mayecofela laptop abhalabhala ngimaza ukuthi wenzani Nkosi enkantolo. Aphinda sukuma mhlambe ukhuluma nalo yamama aphinda abuye ezela enze lezi zinto ayenza angazi ukuthi wenzani.
I am still saying that, my Lord, that she would be busy on her laptop. She would write. I don't know specifically what it is that she was doing. She would then get up, go and speak to that white lady, come back and be busy again, my Lord.
And then she also made mention of a heart condition.
Ukhulumile futhi ke nalana ke nangenhliziyo.
That was mentioned by Dr. Hloko as well.
Ukhulumeke ukukhumbuleke ukuthi nayeke udokotela uhlokwe naye ukhulumile ngesimo senhliziyo noma ke ukuthi ke kwake kwakhona ke inkinga ngenhliziyo nalo naye ke nayo imanje lena ke ikubhalile phansi lokho.
Nkosi enkantolo sengikhulume kanenge la Nkosi enkantolo sikhonza anginaso lesifo lesi.
My Lord, I have said this many times here that I do not have this condition.
Nanokuthi imuphi lo doctor okangicheck wathi nesifo senhliziyo angimazi.
Is also the fact that, my Lord, as to which doctor it was that diagnosed me with this condition, I don't know.
Ukube mhlambe kubhaliwe igama la ngizotshela Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi ngicela kube ngibizele yena.
If the name was mentioned of that particular doctor that diagnosed me with a heart condition, I would have requested this court to have that doctor called.
Yes. Now let us go to the interpreter. She told this court that she was translating when this pro forma was being completed, even at the time when the statement was done, and then as a result, she also annexed the signature in the certificate and also initialed each and every document.
Asiyeke manje kutolika. Kathi ekhona ke ezile la inkantolo ezokuthula ubufakazi bakhe. Ushilo ke ukuthi uyena ke owayetolika konke okwakwenzeka ngaleli langa ke. Futhi nangenkathi ke ubuzwa ke ngalokho okubhaliwe lana kwakuyena owakutolikela kukhona ke wasayinda ke futhi naye khona indawo la echazayo ke ukuthi utolika ne certificate lesi naso ke siyasho ukuthi certificate lesi sikatolika nalapho ke wase eyasayinda.
Nkosi enkantolo ngiyaphinda futhi. Ngithi mina nkosi enkantolo ayikho into angikhuluma lapha nkosi enkantolo.
I repeat, my Lord, that there was nothing that I spoke there.
Mayezothi umuntu usayina lapho uthi usayinele into zokugeza ngiyasayina ngizothi manje ngicelile angithi ngimcelele akazangibuza into wayengageza yimi ngimcela sithi ngicela ungipite so.
When someone asks you and says sign here because you had made a request for toiletries, then there's nothing that I'm going to ask because I'm the one who made that request.
And then the fact that you were signing for the request that you made was not put to the interpreter, at least to say that when she offered you the pen to sign, you were signing for the request that you made.
Nokuthi futhi ke nanje ngoba usho wena ukuthi inkathi usayina wawusayindela kuphela isicelo lesi owasenza kuyena usisi. Inkathi usisi ela enkantolo akakutshelwanga lokho. Kuzomnikeza ke ithuba lokuthi ke abe eseyaphawula ke noma uyayiphendulela kuloko ngoba washo ke yena kubufakazi bakho ukuthi uyena ke wakunikeza ipen lokuthi usign atshelwe ukuthi inkathi ekunikeza ipen yokuthi usign wena wawusayindela kuphela ukuthi lokhu obucelile kokugeza usukutholile akazange akutshelwe lokho ukuthi azoyiphendulela kona.
Angeke ngiphendule atsa nkosi enkantolo ngoba mina naba abameli bakhona ngoba ngilapha ngizokhuluma mina into engayikhuluma ngowami umlomo nkosi enkantolo.
I want to respond to that, my Lord, because here are the legal representatives. They are here in court. I am here to come and testify about that which happened to me.
And instead of her being asked about this important aspect, she was asked about appointment, her scope of her duty.
Endaweni yokuthi abuzweke mayelana nalelo daba lolo ke abuzwa ngako kuphela nje ukuthi umsebenzi wakhe wenzani umsebenzi wakhe ukuthi waqala nini ukwenza loyo msebenzi yilokona phela nje akubuzwa kodwa akabuzwanga ngalolu daba lolu. Yes.
Ebuzwa ngabameli bami noma yimi.
By my legal representatives or by myself?
That's correct. By your legal representative.
Abameli bakho.
Angazi nkosi enkantolo.
I don't know, my Lord.
And then she further testified that the magistrate had a conversation with the gentleman in a suit or dressed in a suit.
Okay. Okunye futhi akushilo ke noma nkathi ethula ubufakazi ukuthi ke imantshi lena ke yaba nako ukuthi ixoxisane noma ikhulumisane ke nomlisa owayegqoke isuit.
Kusenkantolo ngazi ngokukhulunywa ngesudu le ngiyazi mangazi isudu le njengale ngathi isudu engazi yangazi sho yiphi isudu.
I don't know which suit is being referred to now, my Lord. I know about a suit like this one, pointing to myself, my Lord. This is the suit that I know. I don't know which suit the state is referring to.
The gentleman in a suit inside room 2.
Uthi ke wakhulumisa uma imantshi ke yakhuluma ke nomlisa owayegqoke isuit ngaphakathi lapho kulelo room lelo.
Angikhumbuli kusenkantolo bekhuluma mina laba bantu la. Umuntu ecofela ifoni zokhuluma umuntu ecofela ifoni ayecofela laptop.
I don't remember those people communicating or speaking, my Lord. How would they have spoken? The other one is busy on his phone, the other one is busy on the laptop.
And that was the evidence of Miss Mutlaping.
Kwaba ibona ke lobo ubufakazi bakhe ke uMiss Mutlaping, Miss Mutlaping ke ekuyena ke oyichaze ngokuthi kwakuyena owayewutolika ngalelo langa lelo. Ubufakazi bakhe ke lobo.
And it was confirmed by the suspect that he is a lawyer for accused number 2. It was confirmed there, inside room 2, it was confirmed that indeed Mr. Mjiako is the lawyer for Mr. Ntanzi.
Isiqiniseko noma saba khona ke isiqiniseko khona lapho ke ngaphakathi ukuthi ngempela ke umji yakho ummeli kaMnumzana uNtanzi.
Nkosi enkantolo azange ngibuzwa ngalonto leyo.
My Lord, I never heard about that.
And then that is on page 31, proceedings of the 23rd of October 2023. The interpreter was never challenged or contradicted when she made this piece of evidence.
Uma ke utolika ekusho lokho ngathi ke thula ubufakazi bakhe ke la enkantolo akakaze ke aphikiswe ke kulokho noma abuzwe ke mayelana nalokho akusho.
Angeke ngiphendule Nkosi enkantolo ngalokho ngoba ummeli wami babomgomezelo wangibuza ukuthi nguyena usisi lo othi wayetolika ngithi mina angimazi ngeke ngimkhomba ngani noma nguye noma kusiya.
My Lord, I won't be able to respond to that because when I was asked by Mr. Mgomezulu as to whether that the lady that was here, is she the lady that interpreted, I said, I don't know. I won't even be able to point her out.
I don't understand. Just take it further. When you say you do not understand if it's the same person or not. You want him to take it further to clarify if he's saying the witness that testified on the date in question, Ms. Motlaping, he cannot say whether it is the same person that was inside the room too. And I don't know how to put this.
The witness said that even when I was asked by Mr. Mgomezulu whether this is the lady, I said to him, I don't know, I won't even be able to point her out that whether this is the lady that interpreted on the day.
So are you now disputing that Ms. Motlaping is the same Ms. Motlaping that interpreted for you on the 24th of June 2020, and is the same person that gave evidence on the 23rd of October 2023?
Ingabe uyakuphikisa yini ke manje uma ulalela lempendulo oqeda unikeza ngayo ukuthi ke usisi lo owayela enkantolo nge-23 zika October kulonyaka ondlule 2023 ukuthi uyena usisi owayekutolikela ngaleli langa la nge-24 zika June 2020 uyakuphikisa ukuthi umuntu oyedwa loyo?
Angeke ngimkhombe namantu ufina apha enkantolo mangadwana emgwaqweni Nkosi enkantolo angeke ngimkhombe.
I wouldn't be able to point her out. She came to court, but even if I were to meet her on the street, I won't be able to point her out and say this is the person.
Was that debated with her?
Into leyo ekwakhulunyiswana naye ngayo. Lento eshoyo ukuthi naye ke atshela ukuthi sisi angikwazi angikukhumbuli noma ngahlangana nawe emgwaqweni angeke ngikukhombe ngithi kwashiwo lokho kuyena.
Ngiyathemba Nkosi enkantolo answer yami ngithi mina ubaba uMgomezulu wafika lapho wangibuza ukuthi ngiyela ngathi nakho baba uMgomezulu ngeke ngeze ngimkhombe.
My answer, my Lord, is I just said now that Mr. Mgomezulu approached me. He asked me if this was the lady. I said, Mr. Mgomezulu, I don't know. I won't even be able to point her out.
And she indicated this in this court that she offered you a pen to sign.
Ubufakazi bakhe abethula la enkantolo waze wayibamba ke ipen kanjena wathi imina engamnikeza ipen wasayinda.
Nama Nkosi enkantolo lokho ngakuphisa ngathi mina into engayisayina lapha athi angisayine khona lapha ethi ngisanele into zokugeza.
Even now, my Lord, I'm disputing that. Where I signed was where she asked me to sign for the toiletries.
Ngesignature yami ephelele straight ngiyavuma phambi kweNkosi enkantolo.
Signing my full signature. That I do admit before this court, my Lord.
Maybe you're misunderstanding the question. Mr. Sibanda says Mrs. Motlaping is the one who gave you the pen to sign.
Mhlambe ke umbuzo obuzwa umshushisi awuzwanga noma awuzwa kahle. Akushoyo ukuthi sengize ngakutshengisa kanjena ngoba walibamba ipen khona la enkantolo. Wathi ipen kusho yena usisi. Ipen lokuthi asayinde walinikezwa yimi esho wena. So iloyo umbuzo awubuza wona umshushisi. Kwinto ayisho la enkantolo uthi uyena wakunikeza ipen kanje wathi signed.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo wanginika ipen ngasayina Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my Lord, she gave me a pen to sign, a full signature.
So are you telling this court now that all that was happening inside that room from 2:30 to the time when the time completed 1720. All that was happening inside that room, you were quiet, the interpreter was quiet, the magistrate was writing.
Ingabo kushoyo ukuthi asithi nje cishe ke mubheka nje isikhathi lana cishe nje kube amahora ke amathathu ukusuka ngaye u2:30 14:30 kwaze kwayoshaya ke u17:20 kuthi ke kusho ukuthi ke ngo5:20 cishe nje imizuzu eyishumi kube amahora amathathu ukuthi konke lokho kwakwenzeka ukuthi wawungasho lutho wawuthule uTolika wayengasho lutho wayithule imanje yayibhalela nje phansi yona.
Ngiyathemba kosenkantolo la ngikhulume kanenge ukuthi mina ngangihleli la usisehla umama lo wayecofela laptop yakhe abuya hamba ayele kulo yamama bekhulumela into abayikhulumayo ubhuti lo wayehleli ngapha wayecofela ifoni yakhe ukuthi isikhathi ngangela ngoba nesikhathi ngaphuma angisikhathi angisazi nkosenkantolo.
My lord, I believe that I've said this many times here that I was seated looking down. The lady on my left, now referring to the interpreter, was seated there. The magistrate or the white lady was seated there, busy on a laptop. She would then write, she would stand up, go to that lady, go and speak to that lady and come back. The gentleman over there was busy on his phone, my lord. As to what time I went in there and came out, I don't know.
So, all that you are saying is that when you also put your initials, in how many pages? 8 pages, 9 out of 9, plus the statement. It was for the bus that you requested.
Wona onke lama page lana uma sibala ke lana ke ama page angaba u8 noma angaba u9 la khona ke ufake ama initials akhe ayokusayina i-signature ephelele kodwa la ubhale khona la kubhale khona lo BS ukuthi uma wenza lokho wawenzela nje lesi sicelo owusenziwe sokuthi ke ucela ugeza nokuthi ucela uxhumana nomndeni wakho noma
kosenkantolo ngiyathemba lapha ngiphinde ngakhuluma ngathi mina la okwami isignature ephelele ngayisayina phambi kwakho mangangisayina into engangicelele labo BS ngathi angisazi mangabasayina lapha sekukhona babugininda na kade ngiphuma khona la ngoba kuphela ngisho imizuzu emingake singena lapha engangishawela khona wafika ngemoto khona eduze.
My lord, I repeat what I said earlier on that what I'm confirming here is my full signature which I signed in front of them. But with regards to the initials, my lord, I did say that I cannot recall whether it was at the time when I was now being forced, also when Gininda was now already there, that I put the initials on there.
Okay. So you completed signing this document?
Uthi nase noma kwaseqedwa ke manje ukuthi ke kubhalwe ke kuyona lamaphepha la.
And then you opened the door and left.
Wasiyavula ke isicapha wahamba.
Yebo ngisukumele mina akekho umuntu othe ngisukumela phela ngayisukumela straight.
Yes, I stood up on my own. No one ordered me or instructed me to stand up.
And then where did you go afterwards?
Umusu uphuma lapho wase uya kuphi?
Kuthema ngivula umnyango wezandla so mangivula umnyango ngithi wayekhona uJonathan angimazi lo bhuti lo mhlophe igama lakhe.
When I opened the door, Jonathan was there, and I don't know this other gentleman, the light in complexion gentleman.
Mangiphuma ehla ngetepisi wahamba phambili ulokusama uJonathan amangubaba lo mhlophe ejika igate ngaye emotweni mangiphuma nje umkhani ukhona emotweni wabenyuka itepisi ngespeed.
I then went down the stairs. It was Jonathan and the other gentleman, the light in complexion gentleman, went through the turnstiles. Just when I got outside, Mukhane was in the vehicle, and then Mukhane quickly went up the stairs.
And then what happened afterwards?
Kwenzekani? Thereafter, he came back with the envelope. He got into the car. The car left. I didn't see where the car was traveling. And all the police officers that were escorting me. That's where the car then stopped, my lord, and Brigadier Gininda was there.
And Brigadier Gininda denied being there.
Yenake ubabu Gininda uphikileke ukuthi wayekhona lapho. I told my lawyer, my lord, and then I said to my lawyer that I'm not asking, I'm not posing a question. I am putting it that he was there.
Mokhane testified before this court that after Boksburg, they drove straight back to Pretoria Moat.
Kubufakazi bakhe ke abethulile phambi kwalenkantolo uSergeant Mokhane uthe uma bephuma khona eBoksburg bahamba nje akukho la baya khona beza ePretoria Moat.
Ngasho nakummeli wami ukuthi amtshene ukuthi akulona iqiniso lelo.
I told my lawyer to inform him or to put it to him that that was not true.
And then what happened in that particular place that you went to?
Kule ndawo ke othi daya kuyona nafika ke ubaba ugininde khona lapho kwasekwenzekani?
Mayifike inkosi enkantolo ngithi ngakhishwe emotweni imoto emngapha efortune imoto egcwelela ngabanjwa ngendlela kumanje ngawuthi ngipresele ngingakhona ukujumpa ngithi ukuthi kufanele ngisayinele lephepha lefenge ngisayine ngikhomba ngomunye emehlweni.
Upon arrival there, my lord, I was then taken out to the vehicle. The Fortuner was there, the other vehicle was there, and I was held in the manner in which I was held, my lord, for me not to be able to jump, and also then forced to sign.
Mangibuza ukuthi ngisayinela eni la ngitshela ngishaya ngihlakaniphile.
When I then inquired as to what it was that I was signing for, that's when he then said to me that I thought I was smart.
Kukhala uplastiki ngeke uhlale ngawusayina uplastiki ngeke umuntu ozokulamulela inkosi enkantolo.
And then that's when the plastic was then put on. There is no way then my lord that you wouldn't sign when a plastic is put over you and no one is intervening on your behalf.
Ingakho nalapha phambi kwenkosi enkantolo ngisho ukuthi ukube mina into yabhalwa yimi ngokuthanda kwami mina statement sesizulu ngizosifunda la ngithi inkosi enkantolo nasi statement sami sesizulu ngisifunde isizulu ngiyakwazi ukusibhala.
My lord, hence I'm saying that if it was something that was written by myself in my own handwriting, I would have been able to read it here in court in isiZulu because I'm able to write as well as read isiZulu.
And then what happened?
Kwasekwenzekani?
Ngagcina ngisayinile ayikho indlela ngangizoyenza inkosi
I
enkantolo.
ended up signing. I had no other way out, my lord.
And then after signing, what happened?
Emuva kokuthi usayinile.
Emvela kokho sekho bawe bama phela bakhuluma ngithi ngazi ukukhulunywa athi nangisengisemotweni ngingena emotweni kwakhulunywa emvela ngalokho ngathathwa nganyisiwe police station.
They stood aside, my lord. They spoke. I don't know what they were speaking about because I was placed in the vehicle. Thereafter, I was taken to the police station.
Nalo police station ngisayikhumbula mhlambe bengangikhumbuza khona enkantolo ukuthi yiphi lo police station ngalala kuyo.
Even that police station, my lord, I cannot remember it. If I can be reminded of that police station here in court.
Is that all?
Yeah, ilokho phela.
Bafika ngithi wangena umkhane police station ngaphakathi ngendlela yahlala yenza.
When we arrived there, Mokhane went into the police station as he would normally do.
Wabuya nokhiya ngaya ngawungena wavula phakathi wacheck ukuthi isele right wacheck itrans wacheck lokho izingubo ukuthi khona wakhiya ngalala njengendlela yajela ukwenza ngayo.
I was taken to the cell. He opened the cell. He checked whether the cell was in a good condition, my lord. He checked the blanket, and then I was taken in, and then he locked.
Now let us go back there, that place that you were forced to sign. Did you tell the court what happened? Everything.
Asibuyele ke kule ndawo lena othi uma niphuma eBoksburg naya kuyona la owaphoqwa khona ukuthi usayinde. Ingabe inkantolo uyitshele konke okwenzeka lapha ya ukuthi konke nje okwenzeka lapha ya.
Ngethema inkosi enkantolo lapha ngibuzwa ngommeli ngamtshela ngayitshela yonke inkosi enkantolo mina.
I believe, my lord, that when I was being led by my legal representative, I told the court everything.
Describe that particular location.
Awuyisho le ndawo leya.
Ngasho ngathi inkosi enkantolo lapha mawuza ujika so isekele le ndawo le.
I did mention it, my lord, that as you approach that place, it is sort of in a form of a circle.
Ngoba ngathi mase ngemphandla ngabona ukuthi ole amafem ngapha ngangibuka le ngangabukanga lapha engiqhamuka ngakhona ngangibuka le.
Because as I was now outside, my lord, I could look around because I was not now looking at the side where I was coming from. I was watching now at the other direction. I could see that those were firms.
Did you know that particular area?
Kwakuyindawo owawuyazi leya.
Angiyazi le ndawo namanje ngikhombe.
I don't know that place. Even now, I won't be able to point it out.
Mr. Mgomez, you told this court that place is in an industrial area in Jamestown.
Uma echaza yena ke Mr. Mgomezulu le ndawo utheke indawo ke nanje kuba usho ke ukuthi indawo yamafem eseJamestown.
Ngiyathemba phambi kwenkosi enkantolo ngikhuluma insukeni yama ngithi mina igolani lazi. Baba uMgomezulu mangimtshela ukuthi le ndawo le iso Mhlambe niyayazi uma mhlambe igoli yalazi mina igoli anazi Nkosi enkantolo.
I've said this many times here in court, my lord, that I am not familiar with Gauteng. I just described the place to Mr. Mngomezulu. Maybe he is familiar with Gauteng. He would then know if I say it is such a place as to what place it is.
So you, in other terms, you cannot say it was Jamestown or not.
Okushoyo wena ukuthi angeke usho nokuthi iJamestown noma cha.
There
was no indication or board where it was written because some places I would identify them through boards. Even if the factory or a certain factory or a firm was written, I would then be able to identify and say this is what was written on there.
Yes, once you are still there in that area, you signed the document, you said they put a plastic, that's when you signed.
Sisekuleyo ndawo leyo ke uthi ke abakwenza ukuthi ke base bekufaka ke uplastic ila owasigna khona.
Angifakwanga uplastic ayi1 Nkosi enkantolo. Makuthola manje ufuna uthiwa ngiyakuyeka ke. Nkosi enkantolo ngeke uhlala ungasayeni.
It is not only once that the plastic was put on, my lord. When you are being asked, oh, you still don't want to sign, I am letting you go or I'm leaving you. There is no way that you then wouldn't sign, my lord.
Because
this thing of the plastic, my lord, I don't want to tell lies before this court. It is very painful. It hurts.
Are you not forgetting anything extraordinary that happened there?
Akukho nje okuthize okukhethekile njena okukhohlwayo okwenzeka ngaleli langa lapha. I did say, my lord, that I was bleeding as a result of the handcuffs there, my lord. I did also mention, my lord, that where I was holding on that particular day, there must have been some blood left there because I was holding there, my lord, and signing, and my banner was also holding on the one side.
That is the original document that was completed in the date in question with the handwriting of Mrs. Kronji. Just page through that document and point out where the blood stains are.
Yabona leli. Yeah. Ilona ke leli abathi malibiza ke lona ke uqobo lona abathi ke ngesingisi ke original. Lena ekwakuyena uMiss Kronje owayesebenza noma ebhala kulona. Uma ungathi nje ubheke wonke lama page lana usho ukuthi yikuphi la obona khona igazi.
Nkosi enkantolo sikhuluma ngephepha. Iphepha engalisuka kanye nomshushisi iphepha igazi. Angenza iplan ukuthi igazi ngeke lingene phambi kwenkosi enkantolo.
We are now referring here to a document. Even the state or the prosecutor, my lord, can be able to clean or to wipe that blood, my lord, just to make sure that the document doesn't go before court with blood on it.
Noma hamba yobhala kabusha lento le.
Or maybe go, my lord, and rewrite that which is contained here in this document. Because it will never be brought before this court covered in blood.
My lord, in that note, before I open another line of questioning, can we adjourn for lunch as it's 4 minutes to 1?
Okay, 2 o'clock.
Sibanda, okay, ungahamba mfethu. Okay.